to improve the healthfulness of their diet by eating as many whole, unprocessed plant foods as possible. Next up, Danielle asked, new articles published, Epic Oxford. This is a quite new article. Oh, well, maybe news articles in the news. But the new article in the peer-reviewed medical literature on bone fractures in vegans came from the Epic Oxford study recently, I think 1 or 2 days ago. It's a fantastic
study. So a study came out, the Epic Oxford study has come out and said that vegans get more broken bones. They have more bone fractures. They're more frail. No shit. Anybody who's been around vegans and vegetarians, anybody who's been around athletes and seen some of these athletes go vegan vegetarian, screw their health up, then go back to eating animal foods and get better again. Anybody could have told you that yes, vegans and vegetarians break more bones. They're weaker. They have less vitamin D. Their cholesterol is low. Chronically low cholesterol doesn't allow you to have proper vitamin D production when you go in the sun. Remember, sulfated cholesterol in our skin is made into vitamin D, which is a hormone, which is highly involved in calcium homeostasis, and the direction of where that calcium goes. We need things like vitamin D, vitamin K2 that only comes from animal foods. We need fat-soluble vitamins. But let's see how he dances around this and tries to whitewash the fact that vegans have more fractures and more likelihood of breaking their bones because their bodies are deteriorating and weak. Let's see how he dances around this fact.
For those investigators. Oops,
well, wait a second. We got buffering. Oh, that's. Now we're back. Now that'll be better. Should be less buffering. Sorry if there was a little bit of buffering there. Let's get back to Dr. Greg. Let's see how he whitewashes this one. How are you going to brush over this one?
I mean, studies often criticized because they're looking at a cohort of British vegans. This is the second largest.
Oh, the British vegans. But maybe British vegans tend to have a little bit more bone fractures because British vegans tend to really look up to skateboarding teens in Hawaii. What do you... Listen to all the ums and hms and ha's. This is what he does when he doesn't know what to say, when he can't just push the button and so you don't have to. Right? When he actually has to explain something and think, this is what he does. And also notice that he's using a filter. You see the wall behind him. It's off. It's not white. It's like yellow. So it seems like you may be using a filter to maybe change the color there. I don't know. I could be misinterpreting that. But he was looking mighty vegan there.
Study recently, I think 1 or 2 days ago. It's a fantastic study. I have a lot of respect for those investigators. I mean, studies often criticized because they're looking at a cohort of British vegans. This is the second largest study of vegans in human history. But in the UK, if you do surveys, the number one reason people eat plant-based is for like animal welfare reasons rather than health. Whereas here in the US, where, for example, the largest study of vegans.
Okay, so this is his answer to why was there a study that says that vegans break more bones, and you're trying to tell us you're doing this for health? He's like, well, a lot of these people they're just doing it for the animals.
Where, for example, the largest study of vegans is taking place, the Adventist 2 study, people tend to start cutting down on meat, et cetera, because of for personal health reasons. So over in the UK, the vegans in this study are eating kind of junky diets because they're really not caring about their own health. They're just kind of thinking about kind of animal suffering concerns. But that criticism only goes so far because the study, I mean, it's not like the meat eaters aren't eating crap too. And so it's comparing people eating crappy diet of processed foods with or without meat, eggs, and dairy. And so you can see, what does that do? Does adding meat, eggs, and dairy to crappy processed foods, how much does that impinge on one's health?
How dishonest are you, dude? How dishonest.
You just can't extrapolate the disease outcomes of that group of vegans to people who are eating more whole food plant-based diets, people who are actually eating their vegetables.
So the ones who broke their bones, they did it wrong. They were never really vegan, and they did it wrong.
Interesting, the Adventist 2 study is actually reversed. It's everybody's eating healthy. It's like, what if you actually compare people who actually eat their vegetables or eat their vegetables plus meat, eggs, and dairy? And so then again, you can compare the vegan sperm eaters in the same kind of cohort and see, what does adding meat, eggs, and dairy to an overall healthier diet or an overall kind of standard Western diet, in the case of Epic Oxford. But again, you can't necessarily extrapolate the disease outcomes. So, the Adventist 2 study, vegans have so much less cancer, but they're also eating healthier. So, you can't just eat vegan donuts all day and think you're going to be protected from cancer necessarily.
Yeah. Because, I'll just go ahead and assume that. I'll just say that everybody who broke their bones in that study, they were just eating vegan donuts. They weren't eating enough kale, slippies, chippies, lentils.
Anyway, Epic Oxford, I actually just a couple weeks ago.
All right, we're done with you. We get the point, Dr. Greger. I'm glad.